Have you guys ever wondered what a $4 million house looks like in Tokyo? Well, in this video, I'm going to take you guys inside of a brand new, modern Tokyo house and then break down the costs. So, we'll be checking out this Niseitai Jutaku model house, also known as a 2-generation house. So this is your Japanese take on a modern house. It's pretty common in Japan for the grandparents to live with you. And as you can see, the 2 doors allow for more privacy. And what's pretty sweet is right here, we have wheelchair access for grandma or grandpa. When you enter a Japanese house, you'll notice the floor level is different at the entrance. This is where you take off your shoes. So, on the first floor, right next to the entrance, this is where the grandparents live in this tatami room. It has a table in the center for during the day, and then at night you can move the table over to the side of the room and you can put your futon down on the tatami mats. If you've ever visited Japan and you've ever been to a ryokan, this setup is very similar. In fact, a lot of modern houses don't have tatami rooms, but older generations are just more comfortable with tatami mats. That's why they offer this solution. Look at all these details! So cool! Oh nice, there's a little display area. Now, let's check out the living room for all generations. So this place is so big, it almost feels like a restaurant. One of the reasons why they made this place so spacious is that it's designed for 2 families. So that's why you have this big table behind me, you have this huge kitchen right here, and then you have that big living room over there to the right. Well, maybe not in Western standards, but it's pretty big here in Japan. So just behind the dining table, you can see that there's a desk over there, and that desk is designed for the kids to study. So mom, if she's in the kitchen, or dad is in the kitchen cooking, they can still watch over their kids while they're studying. And grandma and grandpa can also obviously help with their homework if need be. This is the main kitchen. In a traditional Japanese kitchen, they usually don't have dishwashers, but in this kitchen, they've built in a little dishwasher. And they usually don't have large stoves, but they do have these fish grills. In Japan, many families cook a lot of fish, and these fish grills are a time saver. One of the things that I love about this traditional refrigerator is that it has just 2 soft freezing trays for your meats, which I love because I just put beers in there and it just keeps my beers super cold. And then it also has this like cool little egg tray, and right here they actually have an ice maker. So you put your water in here, and then just below you have your ice. And in the bottom section, this is mainly meant for vegetable. It's got a microwave stove and toaster. That's pretty convenient for your little appliances that you don't use so often, but then you once in a while use it. It just pulls out just like this. This is the air conditioning unit. In Japan, houses don't have central heating. So what you'll find is that each room will have its own dedicated air conditioning unit. So this room may be hot, but the next room, if you haven't turned on, could be super cold. But guys, let me show you one of my favorite parts about this house. Look! I'm inside! I'm outside! Yup, it has an open balcony just outside of the living room. I love how this is all connected in just one like free-flowing design. This is the bathroom and changing room. This is a towel rack, and what's pretty nice about it, you see these common in lodges and whatnot. If you haven't seen these before, you just hang the towels like so, and it heats them up. You can touch it, it doesn't get too hot, but it will dry the towels even faster than if you just set it outside normally. Plus, it acts as a little heater for the room. This tub is pretty sleek, but it's not as sleek as electronic controls. Let me show you. So what this tub does is it allows you to automatically fill the tub at a preset temperature. So you can specifically set it to 36 degrees and the water will be that warm. And then after using it a while, you can just press the reheat button and it'll reheat the water to the temperature you've specified. Pretty freaking cool. I mean hot! It also has its own air conditioning with dryer feature, so you can hang and dry your clothes inside of the bathroom. Dope! And this bathtub even has a lid. These lids are used for families because in Japan, the families often share the bathtub water together. And always, one of my favorite parts of a Japanese home is the washing machine and dryer. All you do is you put your clothes in, put the detergent and the softener in, and within a few hours, everything is clean and dry. You may think that this is just a closet, but guess what? It's not. It's a mini office. And it's got Grandma's secret sewing room too. Now let's move on to the second floor. So since this house is designed for 2 families, the second floor is generally made for the younger family. And because it's a younger family, it's a little bit more cozy than we saw downstairs. And look, this room is just so jazzy. The kitchen size is designed just enough for 4 people. Cozy master bedroom with a walk-in closet connected to the hallway. And check out this hidden floor on the top of the house. Yeah! And for sure, it's got solar panels. Pretty common these days. Alright, so let's break down the cost of building this house in Tokyo. Currently, the average price of land in Tokyo in the central 23 wards is about 1.4 million yen per square meter, which works out to be about $13.2 thousand per square meter. To build a house this size, we're gonna need about 264 square meters of land. That gives us a cost of land $3.5 million. The house itself is about 230 square meters, would cost about $660,000 to build this house. So the total cost comes out to be about $4.1 million. So what do you guys think? Worth building a new house in Tokyo?